Hey, you guys, it's me, Kianna, coming at you today, and I am coming at you just to give you, as you can see in the title. Now, many of you guys know this, but some of you don't. I have gotten a lot of subscribers lately. But what I do sometimes on my channel is give tips basically on how you can actually have what they call a side hustle and also how you can run a small business. Now, I've done this for since I was 20 years old and I just turned 35. So I've been in the game on and off for 15 years. I've never had a business fail, and that's because, for one, I place God first in my life. For two, I walk in His favor. And for three, I research, research, research. That's imperative to being successful at any business venture that you go out on. And what I mean by I research, I, for one, see if it's a need in my community or the community that I choose to have my products or service. For three, I basically be around people that are productive people. Those are the people that I tend to flock to, whether that's here on YouTube or whether that's in my everyday life physically in my own area. You can have friends and, people that you used to hang with back in the day and all that, and that's all good and dandy. But it's imperative and important to not only be around Keisha down the street, as I always say, but also be around people that that you have something in common with. And it's often, or it's valuable to also get a connection or have a connection with people that are in the direction that you're trying to head in. So that's important. Often those people and just being around those people is better than Harvard because you don't just learn it from a book, but you learn it from their hands-on experience. Donald Trump does not hang with people that are not productive. People that hang with productive people often become productive people themselves. So I always try to give things that I learn, things that I come across, things that have impacted my life financially to be more successful. And we all determine our level of success in different ways. For me, it is financially, but for me, it's other ways as well. I define success as not having to sell out or be less than who I am. I define success as being able to provide for my family, being able to teach my children how to be entrepreneurs, and having that mindset to be able to pass on to them. Because that's a way that not only am I passing down money, but I'm also passing down the knowledge for them to make money. So I'm just giving you guys a tip on some things that I do. What you're going to see is you're going to see me showing you. Actually, I'll try to do a video when they're here. At times, I told you guys that, the business as far as bigcuz52.webs.com, my online boutique is new, somewhat new, and it's very successful. But I've been doing this, as you all know, if you go back on my channel, I've been doing a lot of things for a long time. It's just that the online aspect is different and new. But as far as hands-on, as far as selling in my area, whether that's my own community or going to certain flea markets on certain days, certain weeks, whenever I felt like it, I've been doing that for a long time. But I am known in my community as being a small business owner and always having something valuable, whether that's jewelry, whether that's maybe purses, whether that's shirts for men or sunglasses for men and watches. I'm known for that. So I'm giving you guys a glimpse on or in something that I do. So like I said, when I do have a couple people over today, I will make sure that I try to put it on camera so you actually can see how I interact with the customers and how you can actually make money, and money will come to you. If you offer something that's a great product, a great service, at times you don't have to sell it with so much. You have to sell them basically to get them in the door. I'm not meaning that literally. I'm just saying metaphorically. But you have to sell it to get them in the door. Um, and at times it is literally. It is literal. But once you get them in the door, if your product or your service is awesome, if you have things that separate your business from other businesses, you will find that people and money will in fact come to you. Um, People know, and they have had, many testimonies, whether that's videos or on my website. Um, the quality of things that I hand select are wonderful. And I hand select certain items because my audience um, is a wide variety of people. I don't just have people that maybe go out the club. So I have to have things that not only fit that sister that's going out to the club, I have to also fit that woman that works in corporate America and that is the leader or the deaconess of the church. So because I know that and because I embrace that and love people for who they are, because I do that and have that mindset, I make sure I have something for everybody. Now, there is times that I'm actually offered through the factory and the manufacturer that I deal with to have things that, um, what's the word? A little bit more edgy than I would like to go. And it's not that my customers won't like it. It's just that I try to carry myself in a certain manner, and I have to understand that even in business, if you in fact placing God first, you have to live accordingly, and you have to represent yourself accordingly. Example: I can't have earrings that have the word bitch on it. You understand what I'm saying? It just wouldn't look right. And in fact, I believe, like I said, when I go back to what I originally said, things that the reason why I believe, and I wholeheartedly believe this, the reason why I think I've always been successful at any business that I've touched is because I do place God first. That means that sometimes you're going to have to make um, decisions that may don't, or that may make you think that you're not going to make as much money as you could. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just using the earrings that say bitch as an example, okay? Don't, I'm just using it as an example. But yeah, can make 30 sales off of those earrings and make a profit of, just from those 30 sales, just hypothetically, I can make a profit of maybe $400. But is that really how I want to represent myself? You understand what I'm saying? So that means that you're going to have to walk out on faith and know that God is going to bless you because of your decision, if that's really what you feel in your spirit, and not be afraid to say, no, I'm not going to sell that. I'm not going to offer that kind of service. I'm not going to embark on that. You understand what I'm saying? And what has happened with me, and I can only speak for myself, you guys, what has happened with me is, because I've made certain decisions in my life, not just about that or those earrings, not just about that. I'm talking about things that, I haven't discussed or I'm not going to discuss with other people other than my husband and my mom and stuff like that. But because I've made those decisions, he has blessed me abundantly because of those. And what had wind up happening is, where I would have made $400 from doing that or having that product, I made 800 from something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I walked in obedience to him, if you're following me. Now, some of you may don't get that. Some of you may don't. For the people that don't get it, it wasn't for you. Let it fly. But to people that understand where I was coming from, that was confirmation for you right there. So, yeah. So what I do is, at times, I know when payday is, I know when check day is, all that. So what I do is, I will set up a little table, nothing special, but I do set up a little table, and just let people know in my area, because they automatically know, Fridays they come over, on the weekend they come over. Sometimes I get people come over after church, and I just set up a little table and put some new items out for them, and then I sell it that way. That way, not only are you selling on your website, Not only are you selling, maybe getting sales from YouTube, my website just happens to be specifically for you guys. That is not a website that other people come to usually. If they do, it's only because they refer it to somebody from YouTube. But I set up that website specifically for you guys. That was my baby to you guys. And so, not only you're making money from that, and not only you're making money from maybe doing a flea market or a bazaar or whatever, but you also can make money with just sitting watching a movie with your husband, just with a knock on the door, and expecting them maybe every Friday when they get paid. They're going to bring all their friends, because what I do is I offer another tip for you. I offer, if they bring people with them, they may get something for free. So that is one of my tips. Tell me, I can call her right back after this video. Give me about 3 minutes. So that's just another tip. But yeah, but so what I do is I have them maybe bring some coworkers over with them. Again, it's payday. Yeah, you know what time it is. So they may wind up getting, something for free. Now, they may purchase stuff too, the person that actually brung the other people with them, but they get something for free. Now, they may get something like that's a $15 item for free, or a $20 item, because I maybe made $240 off of them people. So yeah, I'm losing out on $15, but I made $240 sitting watching a movie with my husband in like 20 minutes. So that's just giving you guys another idea. Another idea I do, and I've done it live on video before, where you actually saw people coming in. I have a video way back for that, not way back, but yeah, a couple of months ago. I also have another video where I showed you guys, or gave you a tip. I think it's called Hustling 101, where I gave you guys a tip that also be mindful that you have people in your area that's disabled, that can't get to the hair stores to get all the latest things. Just because somebody is homebound, or maybe they can't get around as much as the next person, doesn't mean they don't want to look fly. Doesn't mean they don't want to look nice. Doesn't mean they don't want to be fashionable and stylish. So what you're going to do is, not only is it a good thing for your heart to offer this, because it feels good to help people, and it feels good that not only you can make a profit from it, but you could also help somebody. So you may want to get to know the people in your area that maybe don't get out that often, or can't get out that often. Develop basically like a mental note of things that they like. For instance, I have a woman that I'll be going to today, actually, and she's homebound. She actually is in a wheelchair, and she likes gold. So what I do is I order specific things that I know she likes. Now, I know even though she is middle-aged, she doesn't like to look middle-aged. So I'm not going to order her anything with like some traditional pearls. Are you following me? So I'm going to order her, she don't want to look like she's Nicki Minaj up in the club, but she doesn't want to look like she is the mother of the church either. No offense to the mom of the church, I love you too. But she may don't want to look like that. So I have developed, because I've known her for a while, and I am her jewelry provider, I have known, or I've gotten to know things that she likes. So what I'll do is I'll compile nice, make it nice in a box, and tissue paper the box and all that, and I'll go over and have some things for her that she can choose from. That's another way you get money. And her husband every Friday gets paid, and he has no problem coughing that dollar over to me at all. In fact, he thanks me every time I leave, because not only it gives her the opportunity to get some things, but women still, despite anything, handicap, disability, or anything, women want to feel like women, and that's what we do, and that's who we are. And what more ladylike, feminine thing that you can do besides just getting your hair, your nails done, and all that good stuff, but also buying a nice piece of jewelry or something. That's just who we are. That's just part of our makeup. So he appreciates the fact, he told me verbatim, that he doesn't have to go out and get things that he knows that she don't like. So he doesn't have to waste his money on seeing something in a drawer that knows she's not going to wear, and he doesn't have to guess. when he just has Kianna come over, knock on the door, and ask to come in. So these are just some tips that I give you guys. I'm getting everything prepared right now because I know people are coming over. The next video is going to be showing you guys some items that I just got in. They are bargain bin items, $5 and under on my site. I added a whole bunch of stuff, you guys. All new bargain bin stuff, and I added a lot. So make sure you go over. Flat rate shipping, $6 for as much as you want. That also comes with confirmation, and it also comes with a reusable organza, what do they call them, drawstring jewelry bag. So it comes with that. Your stuff will be wrapped beautifully in tissue paper. These are things that separate my business from others. And that's one of the things, another tip, that's one of the things that you want to find. You want to find something that's going to separate you from the next business. People have ranted and raved about my packaging. People have ranted and raved about my business cards. Not just do I have business cards, but I also have, I have, what do they call them, brochures. I have all of those things. I have letterhead, all of that. So when they see these things, these are things that separate my business, my small business, to the next person that has maybe a small business. And that's not saying that I'm so much better. That just says that we all develop something that separates us from the next. That's important. Because let's face it, you can get jewelry anywhere. You can get clothing anywhere. You can get purses anywhere. But the service, the quality, the presentation has to be a notch up in order to separate from those hundreds, thousands, and millions of other sites, okay, or other services and products that people offer. So I hope this has helped you guys. I hope this has, more importantly, planted a seed into you where you know that just like you can believe in that vision when you go to work and you are working out, you are living out someone else's vision. One day that person that you work for had a vision, and that vision was to make or to run that company that you work for. You are walking in their vision. You are working towards their vision, helping them build that, and that's okay. But if you really feel in your spirit that you have an entrepreneur spirit and that you really just don't know how to do it, but you do believe that God wants you to go in a certain direction and he wants you to maybe walk out on faith, then I hope that this gives you yet another confirmation and plants a seed into you that tells you that long as you do the work, long as you have the mindset of succeeding, long as you surround yourself with people that are productive, as long as you do something that separates your business from the others, and as long as you give impeccable service and great products with great quality, then you too will succeed. I hope this has helped you guys. I am now getting things together. Eventually, in the next video, you guys will actually see how it's laid out, and it will be laid out for the customers. So, hopefully, also, if not on that video, I'll do another video very quickly so it won't make them uncomfortable. But I'll show you guys with them coming in and the process of that. Because you want to develop a connection with them. Because one of the things that bring them back is not only the quality, the service, and the product, but it also the connection and the personal aspect brings them back. So on that note, I thank you all for tuning in and enduring this long video. Hope it's helped. Be blessed.